Do you remember anything else when you were there? You were a child.
I, as a child, felt the fear my parents felt because they couldn't talk about everything freely. On the streets, you couldn't really talk about religion or culture freely. It was also parents were scared to tell their kids about their heritage and their identity if they accidentally, like, on the street slip their mouth and say, "Oh, I'm Uyghur, I have my own flag." It's going to get them in danger. So these things were not taught freely. And that's what I remember. He didn't want to put us in the Chinese education system. So he would send us to like Uyghur kindergartens. We were really far away from that Chinese culture, thanks to him.
Can you tell us about the assimilation system in China? We heard it's pretty strict system.
So there's a word called Sinicization, which means Chinesifying culture and language. So in the name of cultural brotherhood and togetherness, China has forced schools and other educational places to teach in Chinese. So Uyghurs and Chinese people can learn each other's language and be friends and live in unity. But of course, this is just an excuse to try to assimilate us and try to wipe our language. No school taught in Uyghurcha. Chinese media has their own version of everything. So they have their own version of Google, WhatsApp, Instagram, which is really convenient if you're trying to hide a genocide from the whole world. It's convenient because you can filter and censor what information you're giving the people and what kind of information they're looking up. You can't be sitting in East Turkestan and searching up East Turkestan flag. You won't get any results because it's filtered, it's censored, so you don't see those kind of stuff. My mom used to tell me it's not allowed to fast in Ramadan or pray. So she would pray secretly at her dorm. She used to stay at a dorm. And during Ramadan, they couldn't cook food, like they couldn't go to the kitchen and cook because if the lights are on, they're gonna get suspicious. What are these girls doing? You're not allowed to fast. It's going to get them in danger. So they would cook their food at night. They would hide it from everyone else, and in the morning, they would warm it up with like warm water or in the room, just any sort of heat they could find. They would warm their food and then they would fast. There's a lot of videos circulating on the internet. Uyghur students in colleges getting beat up by their teacher and the whole class just watching and laughing. These kind of stuff are unfortunately normal. They don't feel any remorse and they feel they're doing right. If you're not one of them, then you don't mean anything to them.
Do you have any first degree relatives in East Turkestan? Can you get news from them?
From my father's side of the family, we don't have a lot of contact because my grandma, she was taken into interrogation by some police officers, and they made her sign a contract that said either you're going to cut ties with your family, your son completely, or we're going to take you in. So of course she agreed and she has cut ties with us, and I don't blame her. I mean, I completely understand. But my mother's side of the family, we do have a little bit of contact. We chat, sometimes FaceTime through WeChat. It doesn't last long. It lasts like 30 minutes, and then after 15 minutes, we'll call again and talk for 30 minutes because if it lasts too long, it might get suspicious. When we do speak, we use code names for each other. We don't use our real names, just in case not to put anyone in danger. And I don't know most of my family members' names or faces because I haven't seen them. I left at a young age, and I mean, I have cousins. I know I do, but I don't know how many. I don't know what they're doing. I haven't had the chance to talk to them. I don't know what their interests are. This Chinese government has taken everything away from me, even the right to have a relationship with my cousins, my family. But yes, I do have first degree relatives in Uzbekistan.
How do your mom and dad feel about this? I mean, they had to leave their whole past behind there.
My father, he was just like a mountain in our family, and everyone was leaning on him, and he knew this.